Good evening. It's an honor to provide the introduction for Dr. Kent. It's not every day that we get the privilege to honor someone whose life work has touched so many people in our industry and generations of people literally around the world. And the truth is, when you introduce someone for a Lifetime Achievement Award, you just can't possibly cover everything that they've done. But what you can do is share enough to remind us why their legacy matters and why we're here to celebrate it. Dr. Kent's story is one of discipline, persistence, innovation, and a relentless belief in the power of education. Beginning at Horner Equipment more than 53 years ago, he wasn't just creating a business, he was planting the seeds of a culture built on people, trust, and knowledge. Under his guidance, the company grew from a small 3-employee distributor into a global organization respected not only for its products, but also for its values. Today, we know the company as Team Horner, a vertically integrated manufacturer, distributor, importer, exporter of swimming pool products, which now includes about 600 people worldwide. But what truly distinguishes Dr. Kent is that he always saw business as a means to a greater end. He believed that success should be shared, and he proved that by making Team Horner the first employee-owned company in our industry. To him, ownership wasn't simply about equity. It was about empowering people and building a legacy that would endure far beyond his own leadership. His decades of service in organizations in the pool industry included the national president for the National Spa and Pool Institute in 1996. He served on many councils there, the Technical Council, Government Relations, and Consumer Safety and Awareness. He also served as president and chairman of the board of the National Swimming Pool Foundation for 6 years. He created the Step Into Swim program with Tom Lachaki and reformed what we know today as CPO, the Certified Pool Operator Education Program. Currently, he's serving as the chairman of the board for the International Swimming Hall of Fame since 2017. He brokered a deal with the city of Fort Lauderdale to sign a new 30-year lease for the Swimming Hall of Fame, and that paved the way for a renovation project that will house the new Swimming Hall of Fame Museum and the Fort Lauderdale Aquarium, among other gems on Fort Lauderdale Beach. If you clap for that, you're going to clap for this next one for sure. He was also inspired by Judge G. Harold Martin's vision of making every child a swimmer. He worked with him on this cause as far back as 1985. Even then, Dr. Kent understood that knowing how to swim is an essential life skill. Most recently, Bill and Casey McGovern, who's wonderful, has successfully lobbied for drowning prevention legislation, which has been passed into law in the states of Florida, Georgia, Arkansas, Washington State, Arizona, New Mexico, New York, and just recently, California. And with the greater goal of achieving success in every state. True legacy and true achievement is not what you accomplish or what you acquire, but rather how you impact the lives of those around you. In one example, I can speak for myself. I was a 17-year-old kid out of high school, unloading trucks in Horner's original warehouse with no vision or direction of what I could be. Through Bill's mentorship, some 46 years later, I stand here today as president of Team Horner. Yet mine is only one story of hundreds, and maybe even thousands, of whom Bill has touched. His fingerprints are on more careers and more lives than he will ever know. Tonight, as Bill receives this Lifetime Achievement Award, we're recognizing an extraordinary man, a man that respects and genuinely cares about people. Now, we have, those of you that know him, he has a lot of Billisms. Okay, we call them Billisms, things that he says, right? Some of them are for those in the finance part of our business, what gets measured gets done. Another one is the best is yet to come, which I'm sure if you've gotten an email from him, it's been on the bottom of that or you've seen it somewhere. But my favorite Billism is that we are all equal in the eyes of God. And I would say that we are honoring a servant leader whose influence will continue to ripple outward throughout all that he's touched. So join me in welcoming to the stage Dr. Bill Kent.
Dr. Bill Kent.
Well, that was quite an introduction, wasn't it? As an American entrepreneur, the first thing I'd like to do is congratulate these three guys. This is the first time I've been to a Pool Nation event, and it's awesome. It's interesting how from nothing you can create such an incredible experience for our industry. So, congratulations. This kind of thing at my stage of life has made me kind of reflect on my life story. So probably the best thing I can do is, first of all, acknowledge the members of Team Horner are here. A number of our leaders are here, but then a bunch of other career people here for this event, and I'm deeply grateful that you came. I like to think of myself as the luckiest guy you've ever met. The luckiest guy you ever met. I grew up in a Catholic family and a product of Catholic education, which gave me a platform for my life. And then at the age of 27, I found the great purpose in my life. The swimming pool industry. I started a new career on January the 1st, 1970. Okay, and within the first 6 months, I went to work for a company that doesn't exist anymore that manufactured aluminum in the ground swimming pools called Chester Products. And within the first 6 months, I went out and looked at one of those pools and saw a bunch of kids playing in the pool. And it just struck me that, my God, this is really an awesome thing that we do in the swimming pool industry. Prior to that, I had built, since Saturn V came up, I had built rockets for General Electric, mostly nuclear warhead missiles and stuff like that. Yeah, I know. My bachelor's degree was in physics, so that's where I went at the beginning. Anyway, I found the pool industry in 1970, moved to Florida in 1972 to go into business for myself. And then, since then, it's been a matter of just one simple concept, continuous improvement. And that's the theme that many of the other speakers tonight have talked about, and it can kind of give you a platform for life if you constantly think about how can I improve myself? How can I get better at what I do? I've also believed that God works actively in all of our lives. Okay, so I'm going to close my thoughts with just by telling you what my daily personal prayer is, that I'm grateful for all the blessings that have been bestowed on me. I ask the good Lord to forgive me for my shortcomings, and I ask him to help me do the very best I can with all of the talent that he has given me. So thank you very much, Pool Nation. This is a real honor.